All right, man. I've been thinking about doing this for an extremely long time. Um, but there's something in me that's like, you know what? We just got to do it, right? So I want to start this off by saying, for one, I don't know everything, okay? I don't know. I don't know everything around the world. I'm learning just like a lot of people are, step by step. You feel me? Um, but this is something that I pondered for a long time just because I've gotten myself out of a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I've gotten myself out of a lot of shit. And in doing so, it's not like I never gave myself slack, but I always kind of formulated it in a way that's like, I want to be able to look back on tangible steps that I took, tangible thoughts I had to shake, shit that I had to do just in general. And a lot of this is spiritual, mentally and physically, right? So there's a lot of shit that I just had to do and overcome that over time I logged it, you know, like it was a lot of different things and techniques I tried. But doing this vlogging thing for myself more than anything helped me realize as I look back over the years how far I've come, right? And so in understanding certain things and how I moved in the past helped me understand what other people can do in a larger sense to get to where they want to be. So again, I'm gonna preface this. I do not know everything, okay? I'm just a nigga trying to make it, you feel me? And I love that about myself. I love that I can trust myself to make moves. But that shit didn't happen overnight. You know what I mean? And there were times where I would go to sleep at night and be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what's good. I don't know where to go. And there's a lot of times where I had to rely on God. And for me, that's something that helped me get over a lot of different things. Now, if you do not believe in God, you need to believe in yourself, because everybody has an innate spark in them that they understand their path better than anybody ever would, right? And social media likes to tell you, oh, this is the path you got to take. This is what you got to do to get to where you want to be. And it's all bullshit. And you know it's bullshit. That's the thing, is that deep down in your heart, you know some of the stuff you be listening to is fucking stupid. It's fucking dumb. To the point where it's like, you just listen to it as white noise. And that's okay to a certain degree. I'm not knocking that or nothing like that. But you do have to separate yourself. Draw a clear delineation between what you want and what these other niggas is trying to get you to believe, right? So that's one thing I think is probably the core message of what I want to get across, right? Is that you know what you're supposed to be doing. But it's either through procrastination, through worry, through anxiety, through a lot of shit that other people in external parties would want to push to you. And a lot of it is just to keep you docile and keep you stuck, because where you're stuck at and where you're docile at is where they can exploit. And I know a lot of y'all are tired of being exploited by just society in general. But one thing that will help you is just following your own path. And that's going to come with a lot of hurt. It's going to come with a lot of awkward moments. It's going to come with a lot of shit that, like, you're just like, I'm not even sure this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But one thing that helped me is to continue to be what I wanted to be and be where I wanted to be. And this walk is one of those things. I'll get into like my fitness journey a little bit later, but being in nature, you feel me? Being in nature, just taking a walk, is a lot of the reasons why I'm able to stay centered mentally, right? And there are some things that I listen to on the walk that are constructive. And I know a lot of y'all listen to a lot of shit that's constructive. But it's allowing that ratio to be a lot more than what the white noise that you're listening to. So eventually you'll start to phase out the shit that you don't really need to listen to for the shit that you need to listen to. or read, or however you ingest and consume information the best way you do it. And so a lot of that is also going to come with trial and error. There are times where I was ingesting and consuming information that wasn't like how I like to do it, because I wanted to listen to somebody else that was like, this is the most efficient way to do it, and if you're not doing this, then you're wasting time. And it's like, man, fuck all that, dog. Like, fuck all that shit, dog. So I'm just recording this as like a pilot to like what I actually want to do, the message that I want to portray to people, and a lot of different things that I want to make sure that people understand that you are the truth, right? You know what you're supposed to be doing. So when I say you're the truth, I mean that in all shapes, ways, and forms, right? So when I say you're the truth, you know what the truth is, right? You know what you're supposed to be doing. And if you don't, that's okay. We're gonna walk through the tunnel real quick. Sometimes I use this tunnel as like a way to start my day, right? So if I walk through this dark tunnel, it's like, you know, I walk through the dark times of what I gotta do to make it out to the light. And that's how I kind of like, not spiritually bathe myself, but this is some of the stuff that I want to portray to people. Use your psyche, use what you believe to be right, to get to where you want to be. And sometimes metaphysically, I really do look at that tunnel, like especially in the mornings when it's dark, I look at it as like training, you know what I'm saying? Like I go through the dark tunnel to make it out on the other side, and I do that almost every morning and get my mind and mental right for the day. But when I say you're the truth, I mean that in all ways, shapes, or forms. So you're gonna hear me say that a lot, because that's just, I'm gonna talk how I talk. You feel me? I'm not gonna like censor myself and shit for YouTube or for wherever I put this on. But you're the truth, and you need to know that. And the world will try and get you to realize that you're not, or try and get you to realize that they're the truth, or whoever's telling you the stuff that they want to tell you is the truth. When you have the compass. I'm telling you. So a lot of this is going to be me explaining how I got to where I'm at, how I know it's something that can be replicated on your end, and it's all going to be stuff that you already know, but you're ignoring because you want to do the most efficient route. Or I'm a gamer, I'm a nerd, something you're gonna learn. But when we say min-maxing in like MMOs and RPGs and just any game in general, when you min-max, you're trying to do everything every second the most efficient way. And nah, sometimes you gotta slip and fall, bro, because that's the only way you're gonna not just learn but feel and anchor that feeling, so that when it comes up again, you'll be like, oh yeah, you're not about to catch me slipping. You feel me? So there are things I'm gonna explain that you already know innately, right? But it's gonna take some form of, not another person saying it, but it's gonna take some form of like you realizing how powerful you are in general. And I want to lead you to that realization. So last time I'm gonna say it for this video at least, I don't know everything, right? I follow my own path, I do my own thing, but you can do the same thing and get to exactly where I'm at. I don't think everything that I have is something that's like, oh, everybody wants and aspires to. But if you just want peace, especially as a young man, especially as a young black man, if you want peace in the United States, if you want to delve more inwardly because you realize externally there's nothing out there for you for real, then this is the place for you. If you want to grow spiritually, especially in understanding the shape, form, and direction of your soul, this is the place for you. You feel me? And there's gonna be a lot of people that's like, oh, you know, I don't believe in God, or I don't believe in Jesus, or I don't believe in anything for real. I'm an atheist. That's fine. I personally believe in God. I'm not going to try and get too much into it right now, but I personally believe that God has and ordained my life in a certain way, that if I do the work, I'll continue to understand who I am, who He is, what my purpose is under Him, right? And that helps me fulfill my hunger in life as somebody I want to be as a man, right? So If you don't believe in God, that's fine. That's cool. But you need to believe in yourself. You feel me? If you don't believe in anything, believe in your fucking self, dog. Believe in like who you are as a person, who you're trying to be, where you're trying to go, because that's most important. If you don't believe in yourself, what's that saying that's like, if you don't believe in anything, you'll fall, or if you don't believe in something, you'll fall for anything. If you don't believe in yourself, you're gonna believe in other shit that just wants to siphon your energy. You know what I mean? Like your soul, who you are as a person. And who you are as a person is way more powerful than you can ever imagine or believe. So there's a lot of power in the tongue and a lot of power in what we say to ourselves and what we say externally. And so I just want to start this because I feel like a lot of people don't understand their power, and a lot of people don't understand what they're capable of. And you're capable of so much more than you can ever imagine, dog. And I fucking loathe how society, especially with young black men, you know, I'm talking to generally, I guess, everybody, especially, you know, women too. Like it's not just about men. This is from my experience, from my perspective. So obviously I'm a little biased because I'm a man, and what I want to do is just man shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just who I am. So like, this is for everybody, but the way we're going to take this journey together is going to help you understand that though I may be speaking from a perspective of a man, or of a perspective of a certain faith or whatever, it doesn't matter, because we can all do the same thing to get to where we want to get to. And it's all basic, for real. It's all shit that like society gets you to be very complacent with, so that you don't understand your own power. So as we take this journey together, there's gonna be a lot of shit that's like, I already knew this, but that's kind of like the purpose. I mean, that's kind of like the purpose. So you just gotta pay attention to certain things, pay attention to certain signs, especially within yourself, right? And you're gonna learn that a lot of stuff that you anchored is just shit that you don't need to. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that sometimes I look at the world and how it is, but like even this little, look at that. It's probably backwards because of the video, but it says God. That's something I didn't see until like maybe last week, that I realized like, oh, I took that internally and said, God is with me. I take this walk countless times, like, and that's the first time I seen it. Maybe it was the first time that person put it there, I don't know, but I take those signs and I'm like, God is with me, right? So you're gonna be able to like see certain things that was probably under your nose the whole time, but that you didn't necessarily pay attention to, because the veil of society has like lifted it over you. And just real quick, I mean, the easiest way society does that with what we desire: love, connection, sociability. You know, a lot of people are stuck in lust. A lot of people are stuck in gluttony. A lot of people are stuck in people pleasing. A lot of people are stuck in just trying to be enough when you already are. But if you don't, it's such a conniving and fucking messed up ass way to fuck with a human being, bro. But like, society has perverted what you are, who you are, just to get you in a place that they can always, and I mean always, profit from. So I'm gonna end the video there. I'm gonna finish my walk and shit like that. But I just wanted to make sure I record this. I'm gonna throw it up, and it's gonna do what it do, right? I'm not always gonna be looking for likes and comments and subscriptions and shit like that. I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Like, this is just supposed to reach who it's supposed to reach. It's getting a little windy, so hopefully you can still hear me, but this is only supposed to reach who it's supposed to reach. I'm not looking to make money off this shit, for real. I just need to do it and be done with it, because I feel like it's a mission. I feel like it's a calling for me. So this is temporary. I am probably not going to be around for a very long time, but I just got to do what I got to do so that you know, I can get this to where it's supposed to be. So deuces, be easy.